Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to Pate's Performance Weekly Live. She was actually on time. I put the wrong straw in her cup of ice water, so we can go a little easy on her.
But it was still thoughtful that he got them.
Good morning, Mr. McDonald. Good morning, Thomas. How are you? Hope all is well as your new computer and you solve your overheating issues. You've had a lot of good things this week. We've been chatting it up here and there. These past
A new computer? Oh, that's wonderful. I like new stuff, new technology.
Yeah, he got a super duper gaming one that's like crazy high.
Oh, you're fancy like that, Tom?
Yep, spending the big bucks. Hey, that's
Good.
what the fix and flip is all about.
That's what you work hard
Sometimes
for.
you treat yourself.
Yeah. Mazel tov.
I've been dedicating the past 24 hours because I was absolutely exhausted yesterday. And I had no desire to work when I got home from work. I mean, I maybe worked for about 15, 20 minutes as far as just touching up a couple of lawnmowers and doing some paint on them. Today, one of them, I think I made it worse than what it was, but we shall see. So today it'll be different. I think I might have opened up a can of worms, but I'm hoping I didn't get her non-colorblind opinion on it. But we shall see.
I hope my color alertness can help him.
So what happened with that lawnmower is that I got it from somebody and I got it running really, really quick, really, really easy. And the person who I got it from, they left it outside for a very, very long time, so it's a little faded. But to keep things on time and on budget, because I paid a little bit more than what I wanted to admit, but it was someone that I know. So it kind of put me in a weird position, but he was very good about it. He was like, listen, man, if it's not in your profit zone, just let me know. And I says, nah, I'll bail you out for making poor decisions. Jason will take care of you. So I paid $50 for it, and it needed a carb clean. The carb came in pieces in a bag. He stripped out the bolts. It's a plastic briggs carburetor. So I have a little trick. Unfortunately, I was stressed for time. I didn't have the time to take the camera out, but then we'll be going around. I was able to salvage the stripped out carburetor and using, remember, snow blowers and mowers, they all go together. In realm, those 5/16 sheet metal screws that I used to modify the impeller? I zip those through the carburetor ball into the main part, and it holds. I do it all the time. So I was able to salvage that. It needed a new blade. So I paid $50, new blade. I think it was like 13 and change for a new blade. Oh, and the pin for the float bowl was missing. So I took it out of my spare carburetor. This is an old school Briggs carburetor. I took a gamble and says, you know what? The new ones and the old ones might be the same. It's just holding the float. And it worked out. So now I'm into this lawnmower forget about my time, even though, we value it. But, in reality, I'm going to be into this lawnmower for like $65. So if I paint this thing to make it look like brand new, then I can get my full $150. If it looks the way it is, it's $135. So I have to try and sit there and do I say, and I break down this lawnmower and paint it for an extra $15. So when I got done working on it, I power washed it. And when you power wash a lawnmower, or when you clean anything, the best time to take pictures of it to sell it is when it's still wet. And also, that's a good inkling when you start wetting a machine, and then if you decide to put a coat of shine on it to make it look really pretty, that's a good identification of what a wet lawnmower will look when it's all shined up and ready to go. So I think in my eyes that if I put my thing of shine on there, it's going to look salvageable. If not, then I have to yank the motor off, yank the back covers off. It's the newer Troy-built MTD base with the plastic covers. It's really not the end of the world. I've done it before. I could have this thing broken down in 10 minutes. But do I really want to go through that for $15? We'll see. It is what it is. I'm at the point of no return because I touched up the one side that needed to be touched up. And if my coat of shine doesn't work, then I got to strip it all down and paint it. It is what it is.
What's going to put that time into it? What would it benefit you? Like, what would be the
it would be result? $150, and then it would just be
compared to
$135.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
that would be 135 with a brand. That's why I could have took a used blade off another machine, but I figured out the 135 price point. I mean, this thing is faded. And I think the newer blade, like, hey man, listen, I know it starts on the first pole, but like, hey man, listen, I know it looks whatever, but it's got a brand new blade, it's fully serviced, let's do 135. If not, then I gotta paint it and do 150. But if I put my coat of shine on it and it works really, really well, then it's gonna be 150 either way. So, we'll see what happens. Only time will tell. And then I called it quits for the day, and then I've been focusing on the books. We've been really busy, so I kind of slacked off on that between the cars and what we're doing here. So I put up a question on the community page, and I think it's pretty important. And be honest with it, it's anonymous, right? Nobody knows who's answering. Just be good to see what our community is all about and who does what and why. Let's go to the chat. Good morning, Rich. How are you? Good morning, Paul. How are you? Hope you and the baby are doing well as well as the family. Rob, how are you? How are sales going? So I was just going through the books. We are doing an absolute record amount of repairs. I mean, I am not only breaking down, but shattering. I'm have to be up like 1,000% in repairs this year alone. And don't forget, we did have snow for the first time in 2 years. But I was just going through my books as far as mowers and power washers and generators for this season. I mean, it's amazing. And again, no advertising. It's just word of mouth. So that's pretty good for me. And like I said, if I was to rely on repairs, I would not be busy at all. Flipping, you'll be consistently busy, but it's also good to have a great balance. I think after this week, I have to reach out to one person, and then I'm caught up with snowblower repairs, and that is it. Thank God.
For a smidgen.
Yeah, and we had an instance in the basement, nothing crazy, a little flood, and she was like, she cleaned it out. She's like, do we have any snowblowers? And I'm like, yeah, So she's like, you need to replenish, you need to get stuff going. So,
well, you know what it was when we had the little flood? Like there was a lot of stuff to just, how. If you have an unfinished basement, you know how it goes. Like, you accumulate, I might need a box to ship something. I might, I'm going to keep that box for that engine that I might, it's just normal stuff. Like you all do it, it's like we all do it. So when the flood happened, I was like, you go into like, that's going. And then with that, like, it just allowed me to like, reorganized down there, and it dawned on me, and I said, oh my gosh, at the end of the day, not to give away too TMI, but like as I went upstairs and I was looking in the shed situation, and just we also had, as some tree servicing done. I was just looking at like our stockpile of snow blowers all around, and I was like, we don't really have anything. And I know that's like, it's a good first world problem to have, like that means that the season was really good to us last year. And that also tells me that I'm really proud of him, that he dwindled down his, what do we call it? His like excess pile, like his junk pile that like
so you guys,
wasn't going anywhere.
So you guys seen that video where we did the live? I forgot because we've just been so whatever. Okay, so obviously you guys potentially know that we had a deadline for that tractor. We had to sell that thing within 8 days. Didn't have to, but it'd be nice to. We went on a little vacation, and the goal was...
We like to set you tell them what, like the deadline, meaning like...
Sell it before we go away. So then we don't have to worry about storing it while we were away, because
sorry, John, I can't show it to you. I'm going to be back in this minute.
Yeah. So what happens is, obviously due to our gate sizes, because we had no idea what we were going to get ourselves into, we cannot fit a lawn tractor in our backyard unless we take the deck off. And my goal is, right, and I know it's terrible, and I know some of you guys are commenting like, I don't like where this is going. I want to show you guys that you guys can get bigger pieces of equipment like a lawn tractor, work your way up, right? And there's nothing wrong with buying something and selling it for a profit. Not everything you have to buy has to be a project. Technically speaking, all these lawn tractors that I'm getting, I could sell them the same day I got them. But I want to show you guys that if you guys do the Pate's performance twist on it, like you do on your smaller machines, that you could separate yourselves from the rest of people that do it, right? There's nothing wrong with healthy competition, but there's nothing wrong with maintaining your brand and building upon it. And that's what we're doing here. And as you guys seen, we're on lawn tractor number 3. At some point is going to come. There is absolutely no rush on getting a lawn tractor, but we've had made moves to get some. Obviously, if they're not here, if you guys haven't seen any videos, there's none here. That's the one thing I will keep you guys in the loop on current. I will drop everything repair wise and YouTube wise to put out to you guys a lawn tractor to show you guys how you could get it, do the Pate's performance twist, and sell. 3-step process. That's it. Short, simple, and sweet. So my goal is to do as little as possible for a greater return, which we have shown you. And the Pate's performance twist is showing you guys how you can get top dollar, and we're separating ourselves from people who are having it for a very, very long time. It's been funny rustling the feathers of other people who have been doing lawn tractors at a greater volume than us, and we're hanging with them in the sense of able to acquire one and put it up for sale, but we're beating them in the prices that we're getting. And definitely the turnaround time. That's less than 24 hours. That lawn tractor, I'm surprised. I'm not going to lie.
And I have to tell
grateful.
you, in all fairness to the mister, I feel like, and this is not, if I didn't even know him very well, I'm going to tell you, I just want to give you some, I think it's good to know like the background on people. This has kind of always been his way. I can remember his parents wanting to sell a car, right? And they had, a real nice Jeep. But at the time, there were a lot of Jeeps for sale on the market.
Oh, yeah, that was wild.
And I got to tell you, he's always had a way about him from how he detailed the machine. I'm saying machine, how he detailed the vehicle, the ad that he put up on the vehicle, where it was posted, his eagerness to get back to people. We're really big on like communication with the people. And I have to tell you, that was another item. There were many at the time listed for sale when we sold that for his parents. And I said to myself, oh my gosh, this is good. This is like years ago. And I said, this is going to be sitting for a long time. Nope, it wasn't.
So I'm old school.
Yeah.
In the sense, but I'm old school, but I also come from the sense that I look at it as if I'm buying something, right?
Yes.
I have never had a brand new car, which is personally at this point my choice. I never will. It's very rare that I buy something brand new nowadays, unless it's like a tool. But I remember when I was searching for used cars throughout my lifespan, I remember when you open up the newspaper, right, they would have some information on it. And I always thought it was pretty thorough, some of them, but remember they had to do abbreviations because they needed to get within a certain, that's how I'm dating myself, right? But nowadays,
the number of words used to cost something.
But nowadays, right, people just like, here's my car for sale, boom, here's the price. Absolutely not. Yeah. Give me year, make, model, mileage. VIN number is very important in case people want to run a Carfax. You can't believe anybody nowadays. Look at the Honda. You can't believe those. Sorry, almost. You can't believe them for nothing, right? And then also receipts, just like lawnmowers, right? Or snow blowers. What kind of services have you done on it? And what is that like? So when we put the Jeep up for sale, year, make, model, all the features on it, leather seats, power steering, moonroof, the whole line, same thing, 360 pictures, but same thing with the interior, right? You almost want to give them a good idea of what they're looking at before they get there. Because then they can think about, listen, when you go to buy something, you have a game plan in your head, and then you have a game plan in your head too of how you're going to sell it to them. Now, this car had brand new tires put on in a very recent time. So I took all 4 tires, pictures of the 4 tires. I actually had pictures when I did a brake job on it. I had the pictures of the brakes too. Like, listen, the brakes are brand new. So, where do you want to go from there? And of course, the stack of receipts that went with it. So we sold it really, really quick. And the guy, and you also list what's wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with having
full disclosure.
Yeah. There was nothing wrong with it mechanically, but it was great. It had some imperfections aesthetically, being the age that it was. And it was pretty good because she had some mechanical background because of me. And due to my work schedule, she was in charge of selling it for the most part, and she sold it. And remember the one guy who was running the AC and there was water on the ground?
Yeah.
And I happened to just get home, and the guy was like, oh, here's my offer. He made a lowball offer. And he says, oh, it's leaving puddles on the ground. It was him and his buddy who's a mechanic. Now, I know what puddles are. And for anybody, you guys know by this time,
And so
right?
do I.
You guys know by this time, what's the difference between a puddle that's oil-based and a puddle that's water-based? You could look on the ground and see the difference, right?
Yeah.
So I seen the puddle on the ground. She's like, oh, blah, blah, this guy over. He's saying there's something wrong with the car. It's leaving a puddle.
Yeah.
So I literally went up to it. And I says, he's you're the mechanic. And basically, you don't know what you're talking about. And I put my hand in the puddle and I put it in my mouth. And I says, that's condensation. That's the AC running off. Yeah. And they were speechless.
I would have loved to know where he was working because his license should have been revoked.
Yeah, speechless. They're just trying to pull fast ones. And don't forget, they're trying to do the same. Sometimes sellers are trying to pull a fast one on someone, and they're trying to pull a fast one on you too. So there's a balance that you need to figure out. But like I said, everything we sell, we give it 110%. And I can't stress that more than enough. I was talking to a new subscriber on the channel. He's talking about a self-propelled lawnmower that he found in the garbage. And he was like, oh, listen, I tried doing this. I tried doing that. The cables are broke. I'm like, all right, thank God cables are cheap. But don't forget, when you go to sell it, mention in the ad that it has brand new cables. That's not a terrible thing to do. I put an air filter cover on a lawnmower. I put down a brand new air filter cover. Mm-hmm. Whatever you do, please put it down. I cannot stress this more than enough.
But to bring this full circle, he's always been very thorough in the ad write-up, very thorough in the pictures. And so with that being said, in searching for another tractor, we're also going to be really particular in what we're looking for. And I have to tell you, for the tractors that I do see still sitting, because now, like, you guys know how it is when you're looking for equipment, whether it's mowers, blowers, tractors, whatever you're looking for. Oh my God, you start feeling like these are family pictures now. Like, you start being like, oh, that's the person is so-and-so selling this. And that, because you start seeing the same equipment over and over again every single day because you're looking all day long. And it kills me because I'm starting to see some of these tractors that are still posted. And, now, like, I'm not even the one that's doing all the bells and whistles to the machine. Like, he's the one doing it. And even now I'm saying to myself, like, buddy, if you would just do X, Y, and Z and do this to your ad, you probably would have had this thing sold already. Like, it's killing me to see some of these machines still for sale. But there's not enough meat on the bone for us to swipe it from them, like they have big hopes and dreams for their machines to sell. So, it's a rhythm, it's a dance for us.
It's a process. We were going to
buy,
and
when the right one comes, it comes, and then we move hard.
We were going to buy a lawn tractor, Husqvarna, and remember we were talking about, I was very eager to buy it. It was going to put us at the $2,000 price point. And I was very excited to bring it to the channel.
Yeah.
But the guy started getting really, really funky, and I shared that with Ken Small Engines, and it just didn't work out, and I felt okay with that. So we went away for a week, and we had the opportunity to buy a lawn tractor. I tried paying for it ahead of time, and the guy wouldn't take it, and he sold it the day before it lasted the whole week. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Henry Mows and Blowers. He had that older gentleman, Larry, and his dad. They ended up buying that lawn tractor the day before we got home, and it was local to us. It was literally maybe a 15-minute drive, but it is what it is. And it just gave me a time to focus on other things. So our sales, I think Rob was talking about it, he's very local to us. They kind of slow down. Very true for us, but they're still coming. What keeping us, I wouldn't say afloat, but I guess you would say income coming in, because the goal is always to try and generate income, is repairs. And I can't explain it. We're getting a lot of mid-season repairs. We're getting a lot of preventative repairs. Yes. And so we're good. We're good.
And, with the new school year coming along, I think a lot of the world starts thinking about, fall's coming. So, with the fall coming, that brings about like a whole nother feel in small engine land, at least here. People start thinking about, we love blower season all year long, but boy, oh boy, is Pate's Performance ready for blowers. We've been ready for that. So we're ready for that the fall to come when it comes to, leaf blowing and, we've got, a hardy collection. The Mister threw a nice little bonus my way to post this week. I love when he gives me 2 lawnmowers to post where I have a nice self-propelled at a certain budget and I have a push mower, because I love nothing more when I get lowballed on the self-propelled at that like 250 mark.
Yeah.
And then I can turn around and be like, guess what? You're in luck. The price point you just gave me doesn't qualify for this machine, but I can send you the link to a nice push mower that's fully serviced right in your budget. And he gave me both machines to post this week. So he's given me some really good stuff to work with. So that's always really nice.
So like before we went away, as soon as we went away, right? Someone wanted to buy the $300 one or they wanted to pick it up that day. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, oh. Then someone wanted to buy, we had a Honda Platinum self-propelled lawnmower for $250. Somebody wanted to buy that. The guy actually waited the whole entire week and he actually purchased that from us. We were able to salvage that deal. Another person wanted to buy a $200 lawnmower from us, and this is going on 2 weeks now. We just can't meet up. And I'm to the point where I'm so aggravated that I just want to tell the guy to piss off. Now, he does live 10 minutes away, and I could deliver it, but she's just been canceling on me. At this point, I don't want to seem desperate, so I'm just going to let it slide. So I don't know if I salvaged that deal or not. But there's also another reason why I don't like this out of the house. This guy canceled on me 3 times to buy this lawnmower and tied me up, kind of, sort of. So if this guy has your home, now he has your home, like, then you just have some stranger and it's...
Pick me. I have a question.
Go for it.
Did you guys talk price at all about
Absolutely.
the machine? Okay. Because my question would have been, if he hasn't talked price yet, I wonder if he's lingering you on to see, when he contacts you 2 weeks from now, you still have it?
Oh, I don't care.
So can it be lower?
I pray to God that I sell this lawnmower before he gets to it.
Isn't that always the best feeling?
It's just
right?
not. It's just
sorry, soul.
Not the case. So it is what it is.
You never know. Knock on some wood, everybody.
What else? Yeah, I think that was really. And then and someone wanted to buy a snowblower, and then he revealed his offer. His offer was $100 less, and due to us having a very low supply of snowblowers, we told the guy no. And it was on that $50 724. What do they call that? The Snow Master? Yeah, because it's the Snow Commander, now it's the Snow Master. Yeah, so he offered $400. $350 is a really nice profit, but we're going to hold out for the full $500. I'm tempted, depending on how much snow we get, I might raise it to $6 when the season comes. You'll never know. So let's go through the chat. We've been rambling a little bit.
I had someone ask about our Toro Snowmaster this week. You always get a little excited this time of the year when someone asks about a snow blower. But you always have to be so hesitant, 9 times out of 10, someone's looking for a really hardy deal, but you never know.
Super busy.
Jamie, so good to see you, honey.
So how was your vacation?
So listen, I'll be honest with you. I love Newport, Rhode Island. It's a beautiful place to go. If you have children, especially if you're looking to go away, it's not a cheap getaway. It really isn't. It's clean. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous place to go. You could go for even just a couple of days, and it's really just a nice getaway, and you can just pick up and go and drive. The Mister is difficult to bring anywhere, and I understand. Listen, I work as hard as he does. I enjoy making money. I enjoy working. Neither one of us growing up, and I will never, ever, ever say that I'm angry about it. Neither one of us growing up went on vacations or did anything, and I'm not mad about it. Our parents worked very, very hard. But I as I'm getting older now, there comes a time, and last week was the time where I just said to myself, we were supposed to go in August. Our anniversary is coming up August 18th. And we usually go for a couple of days in August, but the way it worked out for him and work asked if he could move it to July. And luckily enough, we have a good relationship with where we stay at this boutique in Rhode Island that they could move the dates for us. They're a lovely couple. If you're ever looking for a place to stay, message him on Instagram. We have a lovely place you could check out. Gorgeous hotel, and the prices are very reasonable. But bottom line is, there has to come a point. I'm a firm believer, as time goes on, you've got to take a couple of days a year to just stop and just recharge a little bit. He says that, he'll tell everybody in the world that he hates going away. He hates doing anything. He complained about parking while we were there. But there were a few moments that, we turn around, while we were away. And I'm not going to lie to you, every chance I had an opportunity to snap a picture of him, relaxing, taking some time away. Here's one of him in the Adirondack chairs, sleeping, having a drink. This is at Castle Hill in Rhode Island. I have another one I'll share with you. Here's another one. This is Easton Beach in his full grandeur, laying back, having a drink. There was another moment. They have something called, I think it's Ducky's Frozen Lemonade. And we were in the element, and the element was in its element. And he turned around and he was like, let's get a frozen lemonade. And so he got like a half watermelon, half lemonade. His favorite song came on the radio and he giggled like a schoolgirl. And like for like that 30 seconds, I was like, this is what it's about. You don't have to go on a cruise. You don't have to go to the tropics. Like, listen, I did all that back in the day. And I would do it again, but he's not that kind of guy. So to get him to go away for a couple days just to reboot, recharge, we both came back like fire as far as like we are pushing harder. I mean, I know the both of us, like I know he was tuckered out Monday. I came home from work. I think it was almost 10 o'clock at night. We are pushing harder than we ever did before. Like we don't take for granted doing anything or going anywhere for a couple of days. But you know what? Coming from the girl who didn't go anywhere back in the day, you know what? I celebrated June. It literally, it was this August 13th, actually 14th, 13 years cancer-free. I'm going to sit here and say, I feel so fortunate that we can take a couple of days to go away. I enjoy the time with my husband away from just all of this for a little bit. So Paul, I loved every second. It's not Turks and Caicos, but you could put me in a shack with my husband, no work, no anything for a couple of days just to enjoy each other. And life is good. You know what I'm saying? And I highly recommend it to anyone who's as like work hog as we are. Just take a couple days for each other, like nobody else, just each other. Even if you are married to the kind of man or woman that I am, who doesn't want to go away, it's so important just to get that time together. And it was funny because before we went away, I said, we've really got to up like your clothing game a little. Like this is the guy who lives in Dickies, and I love him for it. Like I met him in Dickies. I love this man in a tight little pair of Dickies. Like that's my thing. But I was like, we need to get you spruced up for Rhode Island. We should have vlogged that. We should have vlogged the process. You have not seen anything more funny than you watch this man go shopping. So we go so guys, if you're looking for some nice, comfortable shorts, golf shorts, they're like anti-wicking, so you don't want sweat in them. But they've got some really stylish, good-looking looks for this time of the year and really comfortable. And, maybe next live I'll show you a few of the pairs that he got. I mean, he got more than a few pairs, but he was looking good, looking sharp. All of a sudden I turn around in the store. What is he carrying? He's got all these Hawaiian print shirts. It was comical going shopping with this guy before we went away. But those are the times, I even love that. You know what I'm saying? I love when we can step away from all this and just do those things together. And even if spoiling him a little bit and, he deserves that, like, but he'll never think he does, but I think he does. So, and Paul, I got to see your Instagram for the first time. I don't know if you noticed, I commented.
She handled both.
OMG. That is the most delicious picture I've ever seen. God bless. He is adorable.
Thomas Andrews, I'm going to have to pass. We spoke about this before. You definitely screwed up on that, but take that as a learning experience. I won't even touch that snowblower. I think that snowblower is worth $350 all day. That's what I've been selling them for the past 5 years. This past snowstorm, I didn't have anything like that, but maybe you could push for 400 if you're lucky. Good luck to you.
Oh, he's trying to increase the price for you?
Nah, he got screwed on a repair. He did a lot more work than the machine was ever worth. And I told him that, and now he's stuck with it because the guy doesn't want to pay it. But he should have told him that was the price before he started. That's also another thing. Keep in contact with your customers. Update them the entire way. It's very rare that I have a customer be like, huh, how much it is? No. So I always keep them in the loop. I don't do any work unless they've committed. I think you need to get into zero turns. Listen, sky's the limit. There's nothing, you'll never know what pops up on the channel. I always spoke to you guys. I really want to get a skid steer in here or a forklift. Those bring some good money too. Absolutely nothing but a zero turn. We'll settle for zero turns too. You just never know. It just comes with, it just logistically comes down to space and time. I was selling on eBay and I collected it. I just started getting rid of empty, but I hate spending money on. Yep, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. So I just sold something on eBay too, and I bought something from Drew, and I just texted him a picture this morning, like, "Hey man, remember that box you shipped it? I actually used it to sell something, so it's perfect. It's perfect." We had to purge due to a flood. We try not to keep a lot of cardboard in the house because don't you think it says it attracts bugs?
It does. Like, okay. You got to try not to keep too much of that in the house. But it's hard because in what the nature of us getting so many packages, and you never know when you need to send something back, and they've come in handy.
And I can get stuff from work too. So,
or we do get, he works with a lot of like the Predator engines, and we have a lot of those battery operated tools. So over time, like we've just like, yeah, let's keep the box. Yeah, let's keep the box. Well, when the basement flooded, it was like you had to see me. It was like dripping boxes, and it was just like, all right, purge it goes. Like realistically, you don't even nowadays with everything being under warranty, like you don't need the box. They don't even
save your paper. Yeah, just save the paper.
And nowadays, like we even scan receipts and things like because those fade, So fun things to do with text, Sparky.
Good morning. How are you? Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Hold on.
One down and many more to go.
Happy birthday to Joe. Happy birthday to Joe. Happy birthday, dear Joe. Happy birthday to Joe. Hey, every year above ground and every day above ground's a good one. So.
Good morning. How are you? It's donut time for sure, but not here. I'm trying to watch my weight a little bit. I have lost some, so I'm trying to keep that steady. Trying to make healthier decisions.
A good Boston cream donut, though, sounds really good.
I like jelly. I like jelly.
I like
French Krell is my number one donut for sure, though.
I like jelly and Boston cream.
All right, yes, so true. Can't trust Carfax. Absolutely, but that'll give you a good idea. It happens. That's what happens when you do repairs that do not involve insurance, when you pay cash up front and don't report them. But for the most part, Carfax is still the way to go. Congratulations.
Oh, congrats.
Not surprised at all.
What a lucky dog.
Is it the same one or a different breed? Well, you don't know. You usually get mutts when you adopt, right?
Yeah, you never know. You never know. I've known people to get pure. You just never know what ends up at, a rescue.
Was the gas tank a good snack? LOL. All right, so listen. So if you guys seen that community post, right? I mean, that is, I don't know how I feel about that. I think this person is lying. But in the end, I really don't care. It has to be repaired. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be a cheap repair. But I just don't understand the whole premise of why people lie to a certain extent. I mean, it doesn't matter what happened to your lawnmower. You're still going to have to pay to get it done. I don't know. Excuse me. Someone commented, and I think he's right. I think that maybe potentially that something hit it and caught it. If you look at those marks, I don't think that may be something chewed into it, but you never know. If you ever look at like a mouse or rat, they have the big two, um, like big two teeth in the front, so maybe they just clamp down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But then you guys are saying that you guys are seeing that animals eat gas caps in this whole line. I mean, listen, if I bite something that tastes like gas, we all know what gas tastes like. It's happened. You are spitting that crap right out, and you happen to know that you smell before you bite. So I don't know. I just don't see
one
it,
of your
but I get
viewers
it.
had a really interesting theory about maybe getting hit with another piece of equipment. Remember the weed whacker?
That's what I was saying. I think that's what happened too.
interesting.
How that happened, I had no idea. But the air filter's missing. The air filter's cover is missing. So I'm thinking potentially that this happened to quite some time ago, and they stuck it in the shed or the garage, and then maybe the air filter went missing, maybe the air cover went missing, and now they decided that they wanted to get it fixed. I have no idea. So it's going to be a new gas tank. I was able to secure one secondhand. So around like, I think it's like $30 and change for a secondhand gas tank, new air filter cover, new air filter, and hopefully this thing runs. If it doesn't run, then it's going to be more money. And I prepped them, for that. So I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be a nice repair bill when it's all said and done. It's not going to be strenuous. You're literally bolting on. I mean, the hardest thing to do is a carb clean. After that, it's going to be in for a good service. So they're basically in the price range of buying a new lawnmower for me. But I think this machine is worth it. It's a really stellar machine. If they forfeited this machine, I would have no problem, selling it without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolutely. And don't forget to check out I put up a post this morning as I was doing the books. So check that out. I'm curious for how you guys do things. And even if you guys do keep track of things, just curious. It's always good to bounce back things on and off each other. That's this page is all about. We get to learn from each other 110%.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Mick. How are you?
Hi.
Hope all is well. I've seen that cylinder mower video. Pretty neat and very, very fascinating. All right, yeah. I don't leave ribs for anybody either. Ribs are my favorite piece of meat to eat of all time. There's no such thing as enough of those.
Yeah, no leftovers. Bear.
Good morning, Bear. How are you? Actually, I have to send you a text message, or I was supposed to put up a community post about that, but I thought the books is more important. I have to start working on an Arian snowblower. It's a 724, and it needs an electric starter. And the model number, I'm crunching all the numbers, and I can't find anything on it. And I'm low on snowblowers, and I would love to see if a 5 horsepower starter would fit on it, because it would that would answer my questions, but I can't. So I will shoot you a message later on. Thank you for popping in. You just reminded me. I need to get the ball rolling. I need to get some space in the garage. So I need to, and I also need snowblowers. I have 3 snowblowers in the garage that need to be pushed out. And a 4th snowblower, I think I'm going to end up giving to Archer's Garage to take care of me, to kind of help me. I'm still a little behind, but I'm still forward. I still need to go through the cars. The Honda, we're deciding to love it, so we're going to be taking the Honda to the next level.
Love it or list it.
We're going to be taking the Honda to the next level. And because we're going to take the Honda to the next level, I just want to make sure the truck is up good and running. So I need to fix the truck, do little things on there so I can drive it every day and make sure there won't be any issues. Then once the Honda is done, then I'm probably going to talk to my buddy James, and we're going to do another week of just dumping money and time into Mandingo and enhancing it and making it better to finish what we didn't finish last year, and then whatever else compiled onto this year. He's an old man, but he's definitely worth it. And then her car, pretty straightforward, pretty easy, and that's good to go. But we need to start moving things around. It is what it is. Congratulations, Mrs. P. Thank you.
So he's talking about. So you know what, Jamie? Thank you so much. I have to be honest with you. I've had, for those of you who are cancer-free yourselves, for those of you who know anyone going through the process, it's a long road. I will forever need to be checked. It's come with a lot of ups and downs, but I will tell you, every day that I am above ground, every time I get my it's a triannual check, and life is good. I am grateful to be here. There are still things that I have one big one huge dream in life still. And who knows if that'll happen for me, but I am a true believer that life will always turn out the way that you hope that it will. Yesterday, I was up at work and I stopped everything. I want you to, incoming call. How long was that incoming call I got yesterday?
47 minutes.
47 minutes, an incoming call. You want to know who called me yesterday? My best friend, who is over 100 years old. So, do you want to know something? When life has got you down a little bit, right? I want you to say to yourself, there are people out there, right, who have got it far worse than we do. So I look at life this way. I'm going to keep on plugging. I'm going to keep on working hard. And you know what? I'm going to be grateful for the things I have. So, Jamie, thank you so much for that. And life is good. Life is good. I'm excited for the next tractor that we find. And you know what? Every day is a new day. That's how I look at things here at Pate's Performance. So yeah. This is a good month. This is a good month. And this month, we're officially only, less than 2 weeks away. 8 years with this lug next to me. 8 years married, I will say.
You can see what 8 years of marriage does to you.
Yeah, apparently it comes with a mullet. I don't even know. Do you see what it does now? Look at this. It's fluffing out to the sides.
Good morning, Tommy. How are you, Tommy? We interact a lot on the channel. Great to have you on the live. Hope all is well and you are still here. Sorry we got a little carried away. We haven't gone live in a week and it feels like we have a lot to catch up on. A lot has gone on. Definitely had enough of death this year. Listen, one death is way too many, but it is the circle of life and it is what it is. But it does suck when it happens no matter what. Well, very nice. We'll have to look up. I'm not a dog person, so I don't know what it looks like. But
Scott, I have two things. Scott, I have to number one, Scott, back to what I will tell you is trust me. I've lost many and I feel for you and I'm still going to keep you in my prayers. We miss those we have lost. Not a day goes by.
We have rooms built for people in this house and now we don't. Now they're not there. So what we did is now we have like little, what do you call them?
Like a little shrine almost.
Either like a little shrine or like the hydrangeas, like a little memorial. Yes. Little memorials around the house, whether it's inside or outside.
And Scott, I will tell you, I had a couple of hard days and nights this week, and I still talk to my mother all the time. I talk to his grandmother, who's no longer with us, Grandma Brooklyn, all the time. There's nothing wrong with it. They're always with us. But the coonhound, I have to ask you, I know you're a man with a reason for things. Do you have problems with raccoons? I always remember my grandfather saying, because he had problems with raccoons eating their garbage, I got to get myself a coonhound. So do you have problems with raccoons? Also, I heard they have the most beautiful little howl. I heard out of like any dog, it's like the sweetest little howl that you could possibly have. So we want to see pictures. Send Jason some pictures. What's the dog's name? What's this little? You come up with some creative little names.
All right, so Roger McDonald. I've had my Crafts and Keystart Vega listed. Roger, if you're on Instagram, send me pictures. Let me help you out. I have no problem helping you out. Number two, there's nothing wrong with that. I would, hold on. So we sell self-propelled lawnmowers with Keystart for $300.
Okay.
Give or take a little. Okay. The only ones that don't have good value, because I have a conscience.
Oh, he's got a start.
Yeah, because I have a conscience, are Tecumseh's electric starts. Mm-hmm. That I have a conscience on. And even though it was in phenomenal shape, I still won't ask that price range for it because one, it's Tecumseh, two, it's a little bit older. I just don't feel comfortable. But curiosity killed the cat. I had to get the electric start going, which I did. I saw no return on investment on it. This was for me personally pleasing because I have never had a Tecumseh electric start lawnmower that functioned. Even before I started to figure out how to get the electric starts going in a time and cost efficient manner, which left you a little bit of money to get a return on your investment. I just needed to get this done. And it worked out and we were able, to turn a nice profit and it sold.
Was that the one that I bought you home from the trash?
No.
Which one did I bring you home from the trash that did have a key start? That I was so nervous.
That was over the winter. And remember, I did a complete style restoration, and we sold that.
What kind was that?
That was a Craftsman.
Roger, check out my video about.
Of course.
Check out my video about the Craftsman key start.
No, he has it done. Did
you
ready for sale.
That at all?
It was all blacked out. But no, he has it listed for sale. So
Did you black out your wheels?
So going out to full circle is that the Lawn Boys, the 20-inch ones with key start, those are not a lot of money brand new, but I try and get like 200, 225, which sucks. But I do it anyway because I could sell that Lawn Boy for $200 as is. Why do I want to get the key start? I have no idea, but I do it anyway. If a lawnmower has a key start, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it going. Circle back to what we're talking about now. Is if you guys, did I do in the community page or maybe on Instagram? Maybe Instagram. I had a pressure washer for sale for how many months?
It was a little bit.
Majority of the season. And I held out. I wanted $350 and I was getting a lot of $250 offers. I paid $50 for it at the beginning of the season. And I did nothing to it but put gas in it and change oil. I got lucky. I waited all, and I have to check Instagram. It had to be 2-3 months. I ended up selling it for $300. There's nothing wrong with waiting for the right buyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a little bit of a specialty thing here. You know, when you have a key start like that, you just gone from just a regular mower
for $250. I apologize.
To you have something a little special. So you just need the right person.
Yeah, and then I just sold a lawnmower this past week, in the middle of the week.
Yes.
That I had for 2 months.
Yes.
Listed for sale.
But you needed just the right buyer for that.
Just needed the right buyer. So I wouldn't wait 2 weeks, none whatsoever. Send me a message on Instagram. Is the electric start working? If everything works, let's figure something out. Let's get a strategy, and we'll definitely help you get this going. If not,
send Jason your ad.
Yeah, if not, then you know you have a solid machine for next season. I am willing to take a certain amount off to get rid of it to hold so I don't have to store it next year. But there are certain mowers, no ifs, ands, or buts, I will hold no matter what. That would be a nice snapper, a nice Toro personal pace, and of course an electric start lawnmower. And then obviously little things here and there. You know, I'm not going to put a machine and store it over the winter for $25, give or take a little bit.
Yeah, if someone's
$50, I might. It depends. It depends.
If you get to that point, Roger, and it's like over $20, 25, that's one thing. But Roger, not everybody has the key start, so give yourself a little bit more time on that one. But reach out to him.
Yeah, we'll definitely get a strategy going for you. Let's go. You guys are talking to each other, which is good. Good.
Hi.
Now, I've been thinking about you lately because I have a Toro SnowTech that I've been staring at for a while now. Because you guys remember, I went to go sell it and the freaking carburetor leaked during the sale. So believe it or not, like I said, we're going to take the element to the next level. I'm potentially thinking about bartering with somebody about trading labor for the snowblower. So I think we might do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing with it. It was literally over an $8 part, and I'm so mad, but it is what it is. 'Tis life. It worked out for us in the end because they didn't want to sell us the snowblower so we could use it for something else. And we're definitely going to make out on this if we have to go that route. But it's always good to have it in our back pocket when we do need it. Looking forward to seeing Chris.
So am I. And I'm doing, you know what? Let me take a moment to say thank you. I just want to say thank you, first of all, for all the support on my last video. Guys, in a matter of a couple of days to be over 600 views on that, you guys really, honestly,
ridiculous.
I really appreciate that. And as you saw in that video, we made mention to my Husqvarna video, because if you watch the video, they were like bestie lawnmowers. When I had bought home back early in the fall, the other Husqvarna that had a bit of rot on it, that's a little bit back in our channel. It hit over 1,000 views this past week as well. So guys, I don't take this lightly. I love you. I appreciate you. I don't expect it. And when you show that kind of support,
She didn't even do any work. I did all the work.
it.
I repaired the lawnmower. What'd you do? Drag it home?
I bought it home. You would think about it this way: you wouldn't have it to work on if I didn't bring it home to you.
I have plenty to work on if you don't bring any.
And thank God I diagnosed the most recent one for you, so that all you had to do is really, file your nails and put some bells and whistles on it and get it moving. So no, but in all joking aside, we don't take it lightly when you take time out of your day to come and support us. And if you get a laugh, a giggle, learn something, if you teach us something, vice versa, it means the world to us. So thank you so much. That means a lot. And it was, as much as we had a great vacation, we came back to a lot of emotions and feelings and hard work. And I really appreciate that. It made me feel so good. And I love you guys immensely.
Good morning, Franca. How are you? Hope you are doing well in your new truck.
Franca.
Pretty excited to see how dynamics change since you're able to drive. If you have any questions, you always know to always hit us up on Instagram and we'll do the best we can to answer them. Good morning, Kaiser. How are you?
Kaiser,
hope you're doing well. Look at this guy. Good morning. Good morning, Ed Wizard 62.
Well, Ed Wizard, thank you so much.
Welcome to the channel. So, when this happens, you have to answer a question. Where are you located and do you get snow? That's it.
And thank you for the lovely compliment. Ed Wizard, I have a birthday coming up this December and it's a really big one. And I'm not going to lie, age is but a number. I'm so grateful to just be alive and to be well.
Grow one.
But
see what the ladies
But this
did.
birthday is a big one. I'm older by quite a few years than this dude next to me. And this birthday, the number is hitting me a bit hard. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like sitting there in the mirror, like, oh, it's hitting. Oh, he needs one. Creeping Enderman.
Oh,
hi.
you have a Timberwolves fan.
Very cool.
So you like basketball.
Ask him all the questions.
So I guess that means you're from Minnesota, if I'm assuming right. Then if you do, you definitely get snow. But if not, tell us where you're from and do you get snow? Welcome to the channel.
What his favorite snowblower to use is.
That'll be next. Good morning, Manda. How are you? It has been, the weather here has been if and off. Do you guys get a lot of humidity down there? I mean, with everything going on now, we don't want to talk about it. You guys know what's going on with this whole, what do you want to call that thing?
Global warming
variant. Oh my God.
I have to tell you, there was one day that we were away and no joke, it felt like a fall day. It really did. I'm not complaining.
We're near the water, so it's a little bit of a breezy. Good morning, Mr. Prime, for a good time. Hope all is well.
Good morning.
How you holding up?
Clearly, Lawnmower Detective is super excited to say good morning to Chris's small engines. I'm joking. I see your comment about all caps.
All right, had a list at 200, new battery and charger. Beautiful.
Wow.
That's cheap.
What a deal.
That is cheap. Depending on how bad we need it and how good it looked, I would buy it outright and sell it for a quick, easy $100 profit. Like I said, there's nothing wrong. I will go out there and I will spend money like you guys seen on tractors. I will spend a little bit of money to make some, right? Especially if you want to keep something in your inventory. So I did that with a Honda lawnmower. Before we left, I actually ended up delivering a Honda lawnmower to a guy and I had another person who wanted to buy it. So I was going to try and do a bait and switch, a little dirty, but it was clean. It was able to successfully do it. And then one of the guys backed out towards the end. He asked me a question and I gave him an honest answer and I told him as is. So what happened was he wanted to do a trade-in. It was the Honda rear-wheel drive variable speed self-propelled, with the thumbsticks, okay? Had up for $300. He has a Toro personal pace, and his question was that he cuts on a hill, and he says that the Toro personal pace struggles, and he wants to know if the Honda will not struggle. And I says, I can't honestly answer that. I says, my lawn is most likely flat. I says, you have to do your own due diligence and your own research, because once you buy this Honda, if it doesn't work to your liking, you own it. I don't care. Don't call me back. There's nothing I could do if you're mowing on a hill. So you guys seen in the one video, I've seen a hill, but the guy was mowing in the wrong direction. So I don't know. I wasn't going to push it. Can't use the word desperate, but I'm not eager to take someone's money. And after that, I lost the sale. So I'm stuck with this lawnmower. But I paid $200 for it from another flipper. and I did absolutely nothing to it, and I'm gonna make $100 profit on it.
Aw.
Easy money. All I did is pick it up and drop it back off and put my stamp on it. There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Oh, Bill, I didn't see you come in, honey. Good morning. How are you?
Yep, hope all is well.
Oh, Scott, I just saw Maggie. She is absolutely gorgeous. She's such a beautiful color. She's like a cinnamon. She's so cute.
That was a great save. The shoes not being ruined, not the dress.
I love you. He was the one that said, like, I'm a keeper, but we can keep you moving. So you are another favorite of mine. Yes, thank you. I had come from work that day in that video, and I will tell you, I am, listen, I am not a fancy schmancy person. When it comes to things that I buy to wear for work, I take real good care of the things I have. I'm not one of those ladies. And if you are one of those ladies that is all about spending the money and splurging and stuff, then more power to you. That's your right. But I don't like to spend our money like that. And but when it comes to, I need to dress professionally for work, and I take good care of my things. And so, but I can't drive past a piece of equipment on the side of the road and not pick it up either. So I was the barefooted girl on the side of the road picking up that mower. So so yes, I saved the shoes. I'm starting to think about, like, maybe I need like some kind of apron of some sort to cover up the dresses and the slacks. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and I got such a chuckle out of your comments, and it's good to have you here. Welcome to the Pate's Performance family.
Congratulations, Mondo Mower. So Mondo is a fellow diesel mechanic. He started in New Jersey, and he did the hustle like we do. He relocated to Florida, and he took his hustle with him. So I know you went full-time opening up a shop, but I know where you work. I'm not going to tell you people where you work. That's up to you. Are you still doing both? Because I know you work a different shift. So are you doing Mondo Mowers during the day and your career, technically, if you want to call it, at night? Or you left your career and decided to go small engines or whatever on your own? We will definitely say a prayer for you and your family and your business for sure as well. So I hope that you get many, many years of success.
And you know what, Mondo? God is good, and God puts in people's paths things that they work hard for and deserve. And you are a hard-working individual, so you deserve this opportunity that has come across your path. So we wish you the best.
Yeah, Bill Martini is saying congrats. Mando, absolutely. Triple digits. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, woo, toasty.
So I like Hortons. We never had it, but Hortons reminds me of Checkers. Happy birthday. Why is 29 hitting hard? I say only one birthday, the rest are anniversaries.
Beer to me.
Wow.
I know I just said like my other friend is a new favorite fan, but beer to me, I wish 29 was the number that's coming up. That was a very, very, very long time ago. But I like your thinking. I say we stick with 29 forever. And the rest are just anniversaries. But no, it's certainly not 29 this year. That's for sure. No, I wish. I wish 29 was a good year. But you want to know something? The 30s were good years. I met someone really special in my 30s. I'll never take back my 30s. Best years happened then. So actually, no, wait. Actually, oh my God, I take that back. 28 was my best year. Oh, I'm dating myself. 28 turning 29 was my best year. I take that back. Just kidding. Oh, the years become a blur.
Well, that's right, because we had my 30th birthday here at the house.
Yeah, just kidding. Oh boy.
I'm
a lot older than I think.
That was the last time almost the entire family was all together, right? That was the last time almost the entire family was all together, right? Wasn't it 30?
I think it was your 30. Was it your 30?
Sorry, we're just trying to date things and go down memory lane.
Oh my gosh. When does it happen that you start forgetting what year happened when? And holy crumbs. So I'm sorry. You're experiencing us being old. Okay. Sorry.
And rolling back the time clock.
Yeah.
I hope it's a beautiful weekend. Hope you guys, enjoy, take advantage of this weather. There was one thing I wanted to show on the channel that I didn't get a chance to do. As you guys know, last year I killed some hydrangeas, cost us a lot of money. So this year happens to be she picked out a beautiful hydrangea. And did it die?
So we thought it did.
We don't know yet, but the whole thing is it's just lack of water. So it was either call our sprinkler guy and he could add an extension onto our system for he did the last one for us for $200. I had no interest in doing it. But this one, she was like, these guys have to show up. I thought the last one he did for $200 was very, very reasonable. Now, knowing what I know, I still think it's reasonable because he charges just $65 to put a brand new head in. And you know how much heads cost, right? So we actually needed to add a little extension to our sprinkler system to accommodate this new plant. And
she doesn't like it.
I was able to add another extension, I think, for less than $10. So it took me all day because I don't do this every day, so I don't know the correct sizes. I was just kind of eyeballing it, but we got it done. And then I still have to redo it again because she got educated. But for the most part, it's done and it's protected. But the whole premise is, remember that you start with something small and then you build up confidence and you have mechanical know-how. You could start taking it to do other things. And technically, literally, I didn't have to buy any special tools. So I really wanted to share that with you guys, but time was not on my side and patience wasn't there either.
Where was it? Where did I put it? Where'd it go?
Oh, you wanted to show the picture? Oh, it looks like the old one.
She is so cute. There's Maggie. There's Scott Keller's little girl. She is sweet as anything. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Aw.
On that note.
And you know what, Thomas? Maybe it is old age. Scott, the sad part is I'm getting closer to your age now than I am the 30-year-olds. How sad is that? I can't. I can't. And Scott, you look fantastic for your age. But, and interesting note, the mister and I are going to be taking pruning classes coming up soon.
Yeah, for the hydrangeas.
If we can sneak some footage of us in a pruning class. We took a grass class once. That was interesting.
But now it's utterly useless.
But now he is the grass class.
When they saw, so you don't want to drag this on, but she went there for hydrangeas and she showed him pictures of the front yard. And it happened to be the yard. And the guy's like, yeah, your husband is a grass guy. I understand what he did. And then he was like, oh, we did a grass class, blah, blah, and they're like, maybe your husband could teach it. But they won't like it because this guy who did the grass class, he preaches an organic grass. And we tried going that route. And while we were there, people were there who use him for landscaping. He doesn't. They says his lawn care system is very, very expensive but good. Yeah, we don't do that. We're down to efficient, and it just happens to be cost effective too. But we were buying organic products from him. They were like $60 a bag, and they didn't do shh. Exactly.
But his stuff is beautiful, so I'll give him that much. And he gave you very nice accolades for your lawn and said it looked absolutely gorgeous. And that was before he even knew we took the class.
I buy nothing from him, so he won't like if I teach that grass class, unless he wants to start carrying some products. But I buy nothing from him.
If anyone's ever seen the episode of Duck Dynasty where they invited the old man to speak at the school, it's going to be like an episode of that where they invite him to come teach the grass class. We'll never be allowed back again.
So speaking of Scott Keller, so I actually, because remember, it's been so long, I needed to do an updated vlog. I got to figure something out with the lawn. We were having problems with the Rode microphones. I had this little skit played out, but we couldn't do it because the Rode microphone was not working. But I need to do an update on the yard. It's phenomenal. But I want to do a little touch-up spots. Tractor Supply actually, by us, carries Kentucky Tall Fescue. I don't even have to have it shipped. I have to go pick that up. I forgot to let you know. You are correct. Long Island grass equals not organic. Hey, hey, hey.
Aw,
So I guess you're
easy.
from Long Island. Tell me where you're from. Listen, there's nothing wrong with organic or not. I just feel that organic is very, very expensive. The results leave a lot to be desired for. As you guys know, I run a hybrid program. I'm very transparent with my lawn care. It's a mix of organic and synthetic programs. And I think I found the perfect balance. And I have slim to none desire to change it up unless there's something else out there. But I am very, I also remember the lawnmower lady, we were talking about this. When you're so set in your ways, it's very hard for you to budge. And sometimes you forget about things. I'm definitely open to willing to hear new products, but I'm very hard to walk away from. And to give you an example would be Milo. There's this other thing called Ironite, and I just rather use Milo. And apparently Ironite's supposed to be more readily available than Milo. I rather hoard Milo than Ironite. That's it. But tell me where you're from and what kind of grass you got. We run Kentucky Tall Fescue 31 mixed into whatever was put in here before we moved in. I did not do a complete rip out. Grandpa Kevin, yes, thank you so much for your sticker.
We love it.
Very
You
nice.
are so cute. I was so excited.
Nice hair.
Before we opened it, when I saw your name, I'm like, oh, it's one of those cool stickers. I love it. This is awesome. Awesome. I love it.
So here's a fun fact about our house or our piece of property that we have here. The house behind us was originally the main house for a farm. And a lot of the adjacent properties around here were part of that piece of property. As time went on, the guy split up the properties and sold off. So I don't even know. We have to ask our neighbor.
We were actually, this portion here, we were cucumber.
Okay.
And that's why Green Lawn is known for. So I taught here, Nick, for a very long time before I moved areas where I teach. And our neighbor actually was one of the first houses in the area. This particular portion, like where our house is sitting on, these were cucumber fields. You're thinking a little bit further north, and that was all potato land. That's why this area actually runs the cucumber and pickle festivals. I know it's not very exciting to be known for, but that's the actual land that we're in now. That's why not even 2 miles up the road, that's why we have the huge, God, I don't know how much acreage they're sitting on. There's the organic farms. And that's why they chose the land that they're sitting on. So actually this soil here, Nick, is actually very, very good for organic lawn growth. And the particular place that we went to for the grass class, they do very well with their clientele that they actually go out to homes to do organic grass growth. So they do very well with the houses that they go to. That's just not what we do with our particular lawn, but the houses that they go to, I mean, they're phenomenal. They have a wall of pictures of just the homes that they go to, and they're the lush, green, gorgeous. So they do very well in this area. It's just not what we follow, and it seems to be very, very expensive to do that.
Oh, yeah. There was stuff like with corn-based, and I'd rather not get into it because it was absolutely, I can't say the word junk or garbage, but left a lot to be desired for. And what attracts a lot of people to organic is that it's very forgiving, that if you over-apply something, there is no party, no harm, no foul. But you apply something that's organic, you expect to see results. Zero. I saw zero. I saw no benefit. I saw nothing. So I'm like, forget it. Very, very expensive, repetitive, and time consuming. A mix of hybrid and synthetic lawns. You have your set weeks, and I see results, and I share that with you guys too. So yeah, absolutely not. Organic crap, exactly what it is. And I forgot, it was something with corn, and I forgot what the corn does. But one of the organic products that we use, my Lorganite, is actually a bag of SHIT. And it comes from, I think, Cleveland or Ohio. Scott knows about this more than me. I kind of forget where it comes from. But my question is, we talked about this, I think, maybe before on the channel, and I was talking to a couple of guys at work who I got into their lawns, is that my Lorganite is actually built or manufactured by the state. And they reprocess people's stuff and they sell it, right? When you put down my Lorganite, the first 2-3 days, your lawn physically smells like crap. but it goes away.
Yeah.
But
Lovely smell
yeah,
around here.
but the result of it is you have a nice, deep, dark green lawn. That's its only job. It does nothing else, right? And you only supposed to apply it twice a year because it's organic. Doesn't mean you apply it every time. Do not do that. It is very rich. I think it's a phosphate, if memory serves me correct. And a lot of people who were throwing it down every week or every month ran into lawns. Go on YouTube. There are a lot of people crying the blues because they didn't even bother reading the back of the bag or even trying to do some research, or there has to be a pH balance. So that's its strict job. And to me, it's worth its weight in every gold because remember, right, the darker your lawn is, when you start getting into striping, that's where you get the different drastic colors, and that's what you guys see in my lawn where it really, really pops pending where the sun is. I mean, we're on vacation. I took a lot of pride and joy with checking our cameras and just like, wow, the lawn looks really, really good today. Yeah. So yeah, definitely do that. So my question, so my other thing is, right, New York has a lot of people, overpopulated, a lot of crap literally coming in. Why aren't other states processing their own crap and putting it back out there? And I was joking around in a mean twisted joke saying that New York people throw alligator, snakes, a lot of drugs down the toilet. You know, they don't want to have our lawns, you know, stuff like that. You know, just a far stretch. But I don't understand how the city of Cleveland, you know, they can go around it and reprocess this and maybe the people get a kickback or tax break because of this. They're employing people to do this, state employees. Why can't other states do that, right? But, you know, it is what it is. And we'll just continue to hunt down my Lorgonite as we need it. I throw it down
why
2
do we
times a
buy
year.
it? You have plenty of it coming out of you on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Seriously.
Yeah, so manure works. Obviously, we don't have that. And we don't want to start saving stuff like that. There are people in our town that have composting and all that stuff, but then we see that neighbors complain about the smell, and apparently these compostings bring rats and stuff, and you know, we're just trying not to be that type of neighbors. We'll just put down the smell of poop for 3 days. The neighbors love it. I don't know if you guys can figure out why,
come on,
but you know, it is what it is.
That's enough out of you.
Dave, hope you're doing well. I know you are on the vacation too. You've been back for quite some time. It was great seeing you with your family. And on to the next one, right? It's been over an hour, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. Gotta get on a little wrap. Gotta get going. Thank guys for hanging out. It's been good seeing you. It's been what, 2 weeks?
Hi, Rick. Rick
2 weeks. But I figure I blessed you guys with a good upload with her. Obviously, if you guys could tell by the dating and the weather and how I look, you know, we're ahead on content, but you know, I'm slowly releasing things here and there. I didn't release anything else during the week because I was just busy with work and I wanted to keep up with comments. I was helping out a lot of people this week. We were helping out a lot of people this week. So I'll throw you guys something this weekend on Sunday.
And then next Saturday's live is the weekend right before our anniversary. So it'll be the live of love.
Yes.
The live of love.
Absolutely. We might try and make an appearance on Mix Live. We'll see if we could do. We'll see how our schedule takes us. That's a little overdue for us as well. If not, you know, Mick does UK times. I think us it's 1:30.
Watch Mick cancel his live now.
I think it's either 1:30 or 12:30.
Like, oh God, no.
We'll figure it out. Somewhere, just go to McMo's channel and see what time he has posted because I know he has different time zones. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a wonderful day and an even better weekend. Continue to take care of each other. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, guys. Later.